Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Aw, JK and Alex had their one last cry together. You hurt me bad. I'm sorry. You were in jail. It doesn't matter. You hurt me down to my core. My family loves you. Come here, JK. No, you need to respect Brooke and I's relationship. Okay, well, get out. Okay. Baby, one more thing. Alexis, baby girl, honey, baby girl. Let me explain something to you, sweetheart. I got to tell you something that your friend is not telling you or anyone else that you're telling about. What's his name? Who's she dating? Julius. Alexis, you have to be balling out of control to date a prisoner, honey. You ain't got it like that, boo boo. You're stressed out, can't pay your bills, looking at him like what he gonna do? You're gonna have him back in prison. This man don't even want to work. Did you know that before he got out? Girl, what? And now you got this baby. What are you doing? Oh, Alexis. Child, she left that discernment outside on the streets and it got her. She feeling all tired. She is woe out, stressed out. Child, that man done put 30 years on her. She looked so cute before he got out. I don't even recognize Alexis anymore. He got that girl stressed, honey. Well, welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. You know, I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now, let's kiki and ha and get into another episode of Love After Lockup. It's season 6, and this is the final episode, episode 10 Old Flames and New Fires. Do we like the title of this episode? Nope. And how about you rate this week's episode, besties? For me, it's a 10. Oh my goodness. This whole season was great. And when you have a great, like Love Door Locker was cool. It was cool. But then when you have a great love after lockup, you set yourself up for a good life after lockup. Life after lockup is going to be good, you guys. We got JK and Brooke coming back. Did y'all see the previews with the pregnancy tests sitting in front of her? It was like 3 of them. I'm like, I know you lying, girl. I know you lying. Kiana and Demadrick are coming back with Joella. Who else we got? Will and Courtney, Zaria and Troy, Mike and Justine. I don't know why. Bianca and Daniel, why are they coming back? And Keith and Letitia, yes, finally. I'm so ready to see him because he looked like a nice, big, tall glass of water, honey. I can't wait to see Keith because he was fine. He's fine. And that old crazy, I would love to see how they interact. I would love that. What else do we have? Besties, okay. Drop down in the comments. Okay, so wait. Life After Lockup doesn't come back on until August. So I guess We TV is giving us the summer off. Because ain't nobody finna watch. What is that stuff? What is that show? June and Honey Boo Boo. Ain't nobody watching that mess. Well, no, somebody is watching it because it's coming back on. But we're not going to review that. I can't get into them. No, thank you. So we got to wait till August for Life After Lockup. I can't wait. It looks like it's going to be good. Please drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode. And of course, what did you think about the season? Please like my video. And I want to say welcome to my new subscribers. I see you. The numbers are growing. I made it, you guys. I made it over 300. Remember, I was talking about I got to get to 300. I made it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But don't forget to share. Like and share. And don't forget to make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. Now, baby, let's get into it. Did I tell y'all it's Memorial Day weekend? It is 12:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had a full day's work today. You hear me? I went in at 10, I left at almost 8. And I came home and I'm doing this. And you know, this show is an hour and a half long, and it takes about 2.5 hours to get the notes to review it. Okay, so I'm putting in a lot of work, and I'm here because we said let's go ahead and just knock this thing on out. Now, what I just checked, honey, it is a holiday, but baby, Bravo don't care. Real Housewives of Atlanta will be on this Sunday. VH1 could care less because Basketball Wives is scheduled to come on Monday. So look for Real Housewives of Atlanta on Monday, early, like Monday in the day. Look for that because tomorrow I got something to do early in the morning. That's why I'm up late now. Then I'm going to a barbecue. There's Sunday church, and then we're taking my best friend out for her birthday to like an early dinner. But when I come back, I'm gonna watch Housewives of Atlanta. But then on Monday morning, I'll wake up and write notes and everything and put the recap out. And then I'll come back. Yeah, I got to come back Monday night and do Basketball Wives because normally I'm off on the weekends and I'm off on Tuesdays. But honey, I'm going to work Tuesday. So I got to get Basketball Wives out to you because now I'm working all day Tuesday. And I did that because with it being a 4-day weekend, I would be off for 4 days. And when you don't have a lot of things to do, you don't have, no trip, no staycation, no little getaway, nothing. I will get in. I'll start shopping online, child. In a couple of days, I'm gonna have all kind of stuff delivered. So I said, you know what? Relax on Monday, do your thing Sunday, kick it on Saturday, take your butt to work on Tuesday. Okay, okay. Let's get into it. That's that on that with me. Forget about that. Let's go to Oregon and touch on Will and Courtney for the last time for the next until 2 months from now. So, honey, I can get my calculator out because Courtney said she made $25,000 off of those sugar daddies while she was in jail for 15 months. She only has $1,400 left. So, besties, that means she spent $1,600 a month in prison on makeup and snacks and food. Girl, you was feeding everybody. That don't make no sense. That you wasted $25,000 and you only have $1,400 left. Girl, I know you lying. But when you didn't make it or earn it, you can spend it quick. When you get it quick, you go spend it quick. So, we're continuing from last week when she was waiting at the bus stop because he told a girl, go and catch that bus. We good. So the bus comes, right? Will, old desperate, but he runs back and he runs to the bus, grab her. Wait. She was about to get on the bus. You hear me? He was like, no, get in the car, get in the car. She didn't hold no fight. She didn't fight him. It's still raining in Oregon. But we've been there for 10 weeks, right? But this is only like day 3, maybe, or 4. And it was like, I was beginning to think, when is Will going back home? Like, the mama left, when you leaving? So he leaves the next day. So she gets back in the car and he was like, I didn't know she was this spoiled. So he was like, we've been arguing all day. I didn't even want this day to go like this. So she doesn't know what he wants from her. He don't know what she wants from him. So, child, the lady come out, talking, y'all sandwiches are ready. Ain't none of them hungry. He was like, oh, can we get those to go? Okay, thanks. Bet. So she's in the car crying because she is regretting getting married. You know, Courtney is highly triggered. You know, I was drinking my water. You know, Courtney is highly triggered from her ex. Girl, you need therapy, not a whole nother marriage, okay? So the next day, this is Will's last day in Oregon. He's heading back to SAC. So he goes to talk to his wife, and he's telling her, I didn't sleep. You didn't answer any of my calls, and I miss you. And, I apologize for what I said because I want you in my life. And, she was like, yeah, I didn't sleep either, and so she was like, yeah, we got to try, to work this out. And so now they're both feeling insecure. That's probably why they are bonding together. Courtney doesn't want to be mad no more because it is energy to be mad at somebody, honey. But she really can't believe that he, thought that she would fall off the wagon while she's in the halfway house. But it's like, but Courtney, you never explained what that was. Was it someone else that answered the phone? Did somebody bring some wine, some champagne, some shots? Like, what was it? A pill? Weed, what are those things they smoke? Vape? Like, what was it? Because it was something, honey. You wasn't all anyway. So yeah, deflecting big time. So she doesn't want to stress. She says her stresses should come from looking for a job and whatever, getting her life together. So he like, now that they've made up, he wants to get some. Yeah, might as well consummate the marriage. So she was like, yeah, when you leave, I want that sweatshirt you got on. He was like, this is my favorite, but I'll give it to you because you're my favorite human. Okay. He was like, can I put this ring back on your finger? She was like, uh-huh. So they go back to the room and they play with all the toys he bought. He got her strapped up with them ropes and blah, blah, blah. And he gave it a name and was explaining it to us. I don't care. Okay. So after that, I guess the next day or later on, he has to say goodbye. He's going back to SAC and he hopes that she gets to move to Sacramento in a month because now that he's going home and she's going to stay in Oregon, they're going to be 1,000 miles apart. So she just flat out asked her husband for some financial support, honey. He was like, oh, yeah, you can use this credit card. Just make sure you don't spend no more than 1,000 a month. Let me get my calculator out. Courtney over there stressing because she's used to spending $1,600 a month. Courtney, you are in a halfway house. $1,000 a month should be perfectly fine. And if you care about your husband, which you don't, you shouldn't even be spending that much. Like, what do you need? What do you need $1,000 a month for? Like, come on, Will. So now they are reconnected. They're back in love. They're laughing and kicking and ha-hawing. And so she goes with him to the airport. And I was like, why did he leave the rental car with her? But he didn't. We just didn't see him drop it off. So he goes through security, get on this flight, and she catches a ride share back. And child, I guess I'll tell y'all. So at the end of the episode, do y'all know that this girl then went back to jail 6 weeks later? And I'm like, Courtney, you are not even a real jailbird. You didn't even really do like, what did she go to jail for? Some old racing or something, stealing cars and all. Like, Courtney, girl, that was like a what? But they didn't tell us what happened, so I guess we'll get to that in August. Y'all, we gotta wait till August. Okay, so let's go to Ohio. Let's go ahead and get Brian and Brooklyn out the way. So remember the last time we saw Brian, he was with his friend Adrian, I think, and they pulled up to the strip club, child. So, oh boy was like, we gonna go in for 5 minutes, but that's not gonna be possible. Brian was like, take me home. He had 24 minutes to get home before his curfew, and he's like 26 minutes away. So he was like, bruh, take me home. He like, you finna go home and be bothered with that old stress? She gonna stress you out? He was like, bruh, it's my stress. Take me back. I ain't playing with you. He was like, oh, blood, you acting like a beep. And then Brian looked at him like, excuse you. So light skin said he apologized. I'm sorry, bro. My bad. I'm sorry. So Brooklyn calls him and she like, they talk to each other like, bro, where you at, bro? What you doing, bro? What's up, bro? He like, bro. Then Adrian like, hang up on her, bruh. So he does. I'm like, Brian, you have got to leave. You got to keep Adrian out your business. You need to set a boundary with him. You can't hang with nobody who disrespects your girl. Like you need to put a cap on that because he doing way too much. So then he hang up. She called back. Where you at? Why your location off? He was like, I don't know. Maybe because we going too fast. Like, girl, I'm trying to get home. So she fussingly pull up because he was supposed to be home by 3. It's 3:01. She is fussing. It's like, Brooklyn, calm down. He's home. And what she doesn't know is he calls his parole officer when he pulls up and checks in. He did it when he left. He called him and say, okay, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go shopping. When he pulled up, I made it back. Child, they probably got a tracker on him, so they see him. So he was told her, like, you are so aggravating. She like, you aggravated. Where you been? And so he was like, he told her. So first he said he just went shopping and came back. Then he was like, he took me somewhere. Where? So he was like, to the strip club. So she was like, you drove to look at the strip club. So now she's like, that don't make no sense. So she said, she trying to tell him, dude, it's about trust. You got to stop lying. Like, how we going to build if you not telling, be honest with me. Be honest. Stop making me have to question you. I got to question you 20 times to get the right answer out of you. I'm like, okay, I get that. But Brooklyn, you need to pipe down. You are not his his correctional officer. You are not his parole officer. You are not the warden of the prison. Stop. Why do you women get with these prisoners to be why do you want to be a warden over this guy, over your dudes? Why do y'all like that? I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm stressed out. If that man gonna be late and I get you don't want him to go back to the halfway house because you want him here. Oh, goodness gracious. He's not a child. He is not a child. And I wouldn't want nobody got to keep keeping tabs on like that. Like, I would need you to know how to be an adult and get to where you got to go. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, they sit down. Thank God they know how to communicate. And so he's listening. And so she was like, I want to work this out. I want the marriage, the house, the babies. I want us to make it last forever, ever. Don't let our love in. Ooh, don't let our love in. Let me hear you tell me you want me. Okay, but shouts out to Keith Sweat. She explains her craziness. And, she's like, I want to be with you here. I don't want you in the halfway house or in jail. I want you to be free with me. I like being around you. So he receives it. He's like, babe, I appreciate you, but you got to understand, I've been independent my whole life. I ain't used to all that. Nobody riding on me so hard. Like, bring it down a little bit. And so he said he thanked her for explaining that she cares about him. And so this is why. So they holding hands, which I loved. And they want to work it out. So they do. So then she tells him that she got her period and she's scared that she may not be able to give him children because he doesn't have any. And she has one girl. So he was like, if you can't give me kids, then we just won't have any. And she like, but I don't want you to be tripping. And he like, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So he tells her that he loves her. And I'm like, oh, Brian. Y'all know I love love. And so the next morning, him and his bestie are in the kitchen. It finally looked kind of clean. Looked like she spent the whole day cleaning up while he went out. So him and his bestie are in the kitchen making breakfast. He teaching her how to do eggs, and they getting the Eggo waffles in the toaster. Made a little mimosa, and so they take it to Brooklyn. She has breakfast in bed, and she's all in love. She got her daughter, her man, and their two dogs. And he said it's his job to keep her sane. I'm like, that's it, Brian. Hold her up, keep her together, pour into her. And so she was like, I want me a big old crazy wedding and a big old house, and I want to give him two kids, honey. I said, okay, girl. So that was their story. I guess they don't come back. Have you guys heard any updates from them? Are they still together? Is he still out? What's going on with them? So, honey, because at the end of the show, they just said that he was off uh the ankle thing. He was off what is it? Y'all know I'm tired. He's off, I don't is it parole or just he's off the monitor? Okay, great. So over in Idaho, honey, whoop child. Wait, this is a lot. So Michael says Joey didn't get mad at him, honey. He got sad. And he didn't like that for him. He's hurt because he broke his heart. He knows, but he's like, he will not go back to Joey because he's broken his promise to him many of times, and he's broken promises with other loved ones too. E.g. his mama. When your mama like, I'm good, that is something else. He will not take Joey down that road again because he's going down that road. He's on his way that day. He's going down the road. You hear me? So he doesn't feel like he deserves a good, healthy, happy life. He said this does not fit with his storyline. He, just had a terrible past. It's been stemming since childhood. And hey, this is his way. He don't want nothing else. And he is so sorry. But he says he really loves Joey. Like he is really like, I'm in love. I love him. But you know what? And I believe it. Michael, I have a respect for Michael. Now, hear me out. He knows that he ain't beep. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't ready. He want to party. He want to get high. He ain't ready for that life. You know, and he's allowed Joey to create this fantasy, this fairy tale that he was going to be clean too and they was going to live happily ever after. And he has allowed Joey to create this, so when Joey took him to his family's house, and let's call it, that was an intervention. That wasn't no, oh, come meet the family, let's eat and be merry. That was an intervention because everybody was talking to him. And he decided then in that moment, y'all ain't finna stress me out because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. And y'all all know it. I'm not ready. I don't wanna be happy and clean. Y'all look like y'all boring. I don't wanna have to pay bills and buy a house and have to work. I don't wanna do it. I am who I am. Ask my mama. Ciao. So he meets up with Spencer. They drinking margaritas, spicy. I know the look. I know the glass. So Spencer's like, "Where's Joey?" He like, "Oh, I just broke it off with him." They like, he like right now, like just now, like, "Yep." So he goes, Spencer. "Yeah, I never saw any chemistry with y'all. No way." Shut up, Spencer. And so Michael's like, I just don't want to be in a relationship. He was like, "You don't?" Mm-mm. So Joey can't believe this is happening. He is in shock. He's like, "I wasted a year." He's like, "I had our whole life planned." Yeah, that's the problem. And I'm so sorry, Joey. Oh my goodness, Joey, but you will survive. So he's wondering if he's being punked. Ain't no Ashton Kutcher nowhere around, baby. Nope, you not. Scammed? Yes. Love bombed? Yes. Punked? No. This is real. So back at home, Joey is talking to his mom, and she's like, "If I could take this pain away, I would." You know, Joey is hurt. He's crying. His mama is coddling him because Joey is in shock. So 3 weeks later, y'all, Michael is back in jail with a new mugshot. And I'm looking at this hair like, what is going on? He grew it out, he combing it over, and it's silver. The front is silver. Child, when I tell you, Michael got about 50, 1100 mug shots, and he looked different in all of his pictures. He looked different than when he was in jail on the phone talking. And I'm sitting here going, who's paying for him to talk on the phone? Who is he talking to? Who did he call to let him record it? Did y'all see how he was holding the phone? He didn't have it up to his ear. What was that about? So, what happened was after he broke up with Joey and he went to hang out with Spencer, that fool went back to the halfway house and got his stuff and he bounced. He never came back again. And he used that afternoon. I said, I know it. He went to meet up with Spencer. They had a drink. Girl, child, Michael was like, this alcohol, this is all right, but this ain't my thing. I'm gonna go do what I like to do, bro. Like, let's get out of here. But I guess he couldn't do that on camera, right? So they had to go to the bar. So Joey talked to him. He called him, and so he felt like, Michael made him feel like he was bothering him. So Joey was like, all right, fine, forget it. So he cries to his mom, and Joey said he's afraid to be alone, and he's wondering if he'll find love, and will someone love him like he loves? And it's like, huh? You're afraid to be alone. Well, you were alone when you were dating Michael, okay? Find love. He didn't love you the way you loved him. So, yes, get on a dating app, take your pick. There's plenty, Joey, and find you someone and start dating. Find someone. I'm going to do family. Shut up. So, he said he's cool. He don't have any plans or any urges to fall off the wagon and use. He's just sad over Michael, and so he knows that he'll be okay. That's the only thing wrong with him is the sad part about Michael. So he's like, he has to give up on his fairy tale. I'm like, child, that was not a fairy tale. You were actually in a horror film. He allowed you to create this fairy tale, and when he got out, y'all was not compatible. He had high on his brain, not you. He didn't even want to do it to you. So Michael says he started using that same day. He said he screwed about 14 people or whatever. He wasn't keeping count. I was like, you know what, Michael, you are such a 304 upside down. You are a garden tool. Like, ew. He was like, I want to party. That's what I want to do. So how he got arrested, child, he got into a car accident. The police came, put, ran his name. He had a warrant and he got arrested. And he was not, the warrant was from the PO for him not checking in and leaving the halfway house. So, honey, he got 3 years. And you know what Michael says? This ain't nothing. Like, I'm used to prison. This is what I do. But he says how much he loves Joey. He hopes that, he got hopes for them. Maybe one day they will get it together. And he's just sorry for the way things ended. But he would love to. No, ain't nobody finna help you and ride with you for 3 years, Michael. Find someone else to do it, okay? We gonna make sure Joey don't fool with you no more. Okay, so honey, let's go on over here. Where y'all want to go? Let's go to Texas. Brooke, Alex, and JK. I'm so disappointed that the the thug, the thug with the glasses on, Brooke, didn't pull up on Alex's house. Wasn't y'all ready to see that? They wasn't gonna let that happen, child. Because I think Alex would have mollywop Brooke up and down that little raggedy little street. So, over at Alex's shack, Alex tells JK that she did not do the nasty with Troy. I guess Troy is her ex husband. JK tells her she's lying and she needs to be held accountable. You know, he heard the recording, so they ran it back. Remember, his friend Bonnie recorded her? Well, she was admitting that she did it to Troy 4 times. And so he told her, I was gonna give, I was gonna give you my all, you know, and I needed you to, and you fumbled the ball pretty much. And so pretty much he was like, and for now, I'm with Brooke and I'm gonna need you to respect her and my relationship. She wasn't there for you. I messed up 1 time and you leave me for her. How you think that make me feel? Well, how you think I felt when I was in there? Well, you was in jail. It don't matter. So Alex walks out of her shack crying. She goes to the front, still got her slippers on. Slippers are not supposed to touch outside. They're indoor shoes. Goodness. So he follows her. Now he's crying because he really does love Alex. I think that was, he keep telling her it was supposed to be us. You messed this up. We were supposed to do the thing, the forever, the together forever, but you messed it up. So he's crying. And so he tells her, you shattered me. You hurt me. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. So he started a little crying, and so she says, come to me. I'm like, oh, girl, what you about to do? You got magic over there? You gonna rub his head in your bosom, girl? He said, like a little kid, I don't want to. Come to mama. I don't want to. You gonna cast a spell on me, and then we gonna be doing it out here outside. So he's telling her, I want to be happy. I'm home now with my family. It's been a long road. I don't have nothing but family, and I want to be happy. She said, okay, well, go be happy and let me go. Child, JK said, all right, that Uber came and picked him up, but I'm not sure he was in an Uber, y'all. What y'all think? Because whatever, he was in an SUV, I think. It had a whole bunch of junk in the back of it. I don't know no Uber that's gonna come pick you up and don't have a clean car. I'm not sure, but a ride comes and get him. Alex is crying, and Brooke calls him. He lied to her, telling her, oh, I just left a job search. She like, you lying. You was over at Alex's house for 45 minutes. I got you tracked. He like, I see your location, JK. He was like, location? He was like, yeah, I got you tracked. He was like, you got me chipped like a dog? Well, meet me downtown at the thing. So we gonna talk about this. All right. Check my location. Location? JK is like, what is going on? So they get to a little restaurant where they sit down. He had ordered some stuff. He was like, I didn't know what you wanted. I just got this. She's like, I don't want nothing. So he tells her he went over to Alex's house to close their chapter. So you had to go to her house to do it? Well, where else was he gonna go, girl? Was they supposed to go out? See, but you don't understand, Brooke, because you so selfish and so self-absorbed and you want to control everything. You need to understand how adults work. That was the love of his life, so he thought. She crushed him. The way he can heal and move on and be a better mate for you is he needs to go look that girl in her eye and tell her it's a wrap. Now you go ask the producers to run a tape back because he didn't do nothing wrong. He went in there, he didn't even sit next to her, and he told her, you hurt me. You hurt me bad. And she's sitting there still lying about what she did or did not do. He like, boo, my best friend taped you because she knew you wasn't about nothing. You ain't about nothing. You hurt my heart. And, men can't recover from that. So he has to move on. He don't want to, but he wants to at the same time, right? So, yes, he got to go look her in her face and let her know, check this out. We're done. Because Alex over there waiting. She is. She told him, "You want me to come over? Yeah. When you want me to come? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow." And honey, she is waiting. She like a baby mama without the baby. So he did a grown man thing, and I'm proud of him because he knew he had to go there, look that girl in the eye, and had that one last cry with her. She cried because she's still lying, and she's still lying. Talking about coming to me, coming to you for what? You liar. So, oh y'all, Brooklyn is here. She wants to talk. Brooklyn, I'm on air. You have to move. Brooklyn, no. Give me a minute, mama. So she like, so Brooke, so yeah, he said, yeah, I went over there to talk to her because I had to tell her, she got to respect our thing. I'm with you now. Brooke took her glasses off, honey, because she wiping her little tears. She crying, you know. So she like, well, what happened? Why you going? What happened? We went over there. He was like, I went over there. I said my piece, and I came outside because I love you. Well, going over there wasn't the way to do it. She wants, this girl wants to control everything, and she gonna have to learn how to let a man be a man. You got your little raggedy JK. You gotta let him man up, girl. You can't be the man and the woman in the relationship. I don't know. Here's another warden. Why do y'all want to be wardens to these men? Goodness. So she said that he was not supposed to go over there because you was not supposed to be contacting her at all. That's why I blocked you and her from Facebook. So she gets upset as she walks out. She leaving. So he's explaining to her that he had to close those chapters in order to build a life with her. Right, JK, I agree. He's like, I'm trying to get you to bring your walls down so you can trust me. Like, girl, trust him, bro. Jeez, he doing man things. And so she was like, it's too late. Well, girl, bye then. Take your little raggedy car on. Goodbye, because you probably ain't got no job now. Bye, girl. So she says she feels betrayed. Honey, girl, whatever. You betrayed your job. You betrayed your mama when you left your job. Ciao. So he was like, take me, let's go to the house. So she drops him off and she tells him, I got to go pick up the kids. And he like, well, tell whoever, Braylon, somebody, tell them we going fishing. Not no if, it ain't no baby, we going. Okay. And so I'm like, girl, go get your job back. That's what you do. Cause you didn't beat up nobody. You had me thinking you was a thug in glasses and you didn't go do nothing. So over on the other side of Texas, we got Kiana, Demadric, and Joella. So remember last week, Kiana's throwing Demadric. Excuse me. Do I need some water? Hold on. So last week we saw where Kiana was throwing Demadric's clothes outside. He over there talking about that shirt $100. I don't care. Why did you cheat on me with her again? Come on, Keanu, you need to say again. This fool, he don't even know why. He don't have a reason. I wish he would have just said, because that's my baby mama, and I like the way her do like this, because yours don't do it like that. I like yours, I like hers too, for two different reasons. That might have been a good thing to say. Because what is this? Because when I was gone, I gave you all my trust. Nigga, shut up. Sorry. Whew. I made what Brooklyn? I can't Brooklyn. Hold on. I made decision off of what you did. You opened this door on this platform first. Shut up. So Kiana tells us when he was in the shoe, which I don't know what that means, she found out that he was cheating, texting Joella. And so she said, well, I'm finna go text somebody else too. You slip it up, I'm gonna have a slip up. And so she was like, I had one slip up. He was like, it don't matter. And I'm sitting here, this is the first thing I thought of. Kiana, how does Demarcus know you cheated on him before? Like, how does he know? Did the dude tell him? I mean, were you set up? Did you tell him? Because how does he know? You ain't never supposed to. She know now. So he said, what did he say? So he telling her that she started cheating, and he said he gonna finish it. You started this, and I'm gonna finish it, and I'm not finished yet. The mother said, I can't help it, it's your fault. You shouldn't have did it that one time. That's why I didn't did it to you. I didn't cheat it on you 30 times. I can't stop, and it's your fault. And I don't like him no more. I'm so mad at him. So she said, don't play in my face. Girl, he plays in your face. What are you talking about? But, he said, but that's what you did. You want to move forward? We can, because, I'm going to keep cheating on you with my baby mama. Don't get it twisted. You already know. Like, I did it once. I'm going to do it twice. You forgave me twice. I'm going to do it 3 times. You forgive me 3 times. I'm going to do it 4. I'm going to keep playing in your face. You let me, Kiana. This is what I do. This is what we do. So, are you going to let him cheat in peace? Are you going to keep getting mad and putting him out and making him go to his daddy house? And we'll get to him in a minute. So it's like, okay, Mr. Demadric, how you justifying what you're doing, present tense, behind what she did, past tense? He looks so stupid sitting there. But no, it's because what you did. I'm doing it because you did it first. You opened this thing up. You did this. Put it on her. Boy, you ain't no. You don't even know. No game. He's just messy, stressful with no game. So how we gonna move forward when you keep reaching back is what she asked him, and I love that. How are we gonna move forward when you keep reaching back? So he looked at her like, huh? What? He was like, we separating then? She's like, you want the ring back? He was like, yeah, I want my grandma ring back. If you don't want it. So she gives it back. She throw it at him. He like, you couldn't even hand it to me. She was like, And he leave. And she's like, I feel so dumb. A fool. A betrayed. And so he get in the car. He got to tell her, Joella's my baby. Duh, we know Joella. She be getting time talking. She talks to us. We know her. She been on every episode. It's been 10. She been on all 10 episodes. We know. Maybe except for that one time y'all didn't show up. So he said he regrets it. I'm like, yeah, right. You on your way over there right now. So I think DeMadre really think that he can do both of them. He gonna play between the both of them, and he feels like one day they gonna be okay with it because Joella's okay with it. We just gotta get Kiana Butt to be on board. He just gotta break her down just a little bit more. Poor Kiana, girl. So, and I'm sitting here like, Kiana, this is why when you gotta act like JK. When somebody you love cheat on you once, you gotta let them go. Because when you forgive them, you're just giving them a license to do it again. And he did it again. But when Demadric cheats on you, he brings other human beings around. Remember, he has 3 other children, but I think 2 other women, I'm thinking. So, there might be some more creeping and crawling with the mother baby mamas, maybe not. But Joella, she is just I feel so bad for her. So yeah, you cannot accept somebody who keeps cheating. I maybe okay, accept maybe the first time, but if they do it again, nah, not over. No, don't give them more chances. So Joella at the house, she over there hanging his shirts up, honey. She talking about, I knew he was coming home to his family. I got what I wanted. And I'm like, she told us, y'all. She told us. She was like, I knew he would be back because he can't resist me. Girl, if you closed your legs to him, he will resist you. He not gonna fight you for that cookie. Honey, and what I don't like about Demadric is why can't he go find some new women? Why do you keep going between the two girls that know each other? When your sister messy, your daddy messy, you messy. Why can't you go find some new people to conquer? Why do you keep going between these two? Familiar, huh? So, girl, well, I'm like, girl, with Joella, you going to keep him this time, but you can't keep him because guess what? We're going to figure out in a little while why you can't keep him. So he said, honey, his title is single. He over there at his daddy house. She over there got the kids. They playing, jumping on the trampoline outside. Joella just standing there, being in the way. Pop's still trying to have an opinion. I'm like, shut up. You have no game. I see you over there with your little glasses matching your gray and your beard, but you have no game. You don't know what to tell your son. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. You try, you don't know what to, you know, you ain't got no advice. Be quiet. So DeMaggio telling him he got to go to work. So he get outside in front of the house. Like he don't even get to run for cover. He do all his stupid stuff right in front of the people. You know, like remember he was on Kiana's porch calling her. Like you can't even. You're so disrespectful. You 200 feet away from Joella calling Kiana. So he talking about what you doing. She said getting ready. Well, I'm on my way. She was like, okay, just let me know when you get here. What? So he tells us he is in love with Kiana and he cannot get enough of her. They are a vibe. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, what about that girl back there? He like, she cool, but she ain't Kiana. We don't be vibing. So, but he told her at the restaurant that they would be cool, but she likes to argue too much. And men like peace. They don't like all that. So Q says, Kiana, I didn't call her Q. Kiana tells us, honey, that her and DeMondre talks every day. They still fooling around. Little bit, little here, little there. She be trying to cut him off, but it's hard. And so she was like, don't know who he's fooling with. I don't even know. But I'm like, yes, you do know who he's fooling with. Joella. He's fooling with Joella. If he's not in your bed, he's at Joella's. He told us he's back at his father's house and Joella's. Because he liked the family dynamic, but DeMondre, you got to stop having sex with her, okay? So she at the house, she put their picture back up, because she had laid it down. So she picked it back up again. I was like, girl. So they will be on Life After Lockup. Oh, goodness. Arguing and fussing and arguing. So I think I got one more to go. Okay, let's get into it. Ohio. We back in Ohio. Alexis and Julius. Child. So it's the next morning. Julius did not come home last night. She in the kitchen burning. How you cook and bake it and it's burnt and uncooked at the same time? So she making this terrible bacon. And I'm gonna tell you why. She lives in an apartment, right? In apartments, they give you an electric stove. It's kind of hard to cook on an electric stove. You gotta, you can't turn it up too high because all it do is just burn. So you got to learn how to. You got to cook on medium on an electric stove. So she making bacon, eggs, and toast, talking about I'm gonna stand up for myself because he don't respect me. I'm pregnant, and he gonna have to accept my boundaries. What boundaries, girl? You don't have any boundaries. You don't have any. So she cooking breakfast. She sit down and eat by herself. She had her one plate that had one piece of bacon on it. And I was looking at it. That bacon on her plate was cooked. Honey, all that half burnt bacon, she put that on Julius's plate and had it in the microwave. So he comes in the door. She loved to question him. Where you been at? Where you been at? Girl, did you graduate from high school? Where you been at? It's just where have you been? Alexis. I was at Drew house. But why you ain't text or call me? Where the food at? It smell good in here. Oh, I didn't know you was coming. What you mean? You cooked him a plate. He went he went right to the microwave and got his food. He know you had his back, girl. He know you like the back of his hand. I was just chilling, my bad. You know, Alexis, you gotta realize this is my career. I'm a rapper. Girls gonna be at the studio, you know. Well, why can't you communicate that? I apologize. Hold up. He like, what? I gotta go get some. We got something else to talk about. So she put two pregnancy tests in front of him. He looking like, what this mean? She like, I'm pregnant. You pregnant? Yeah, we pregnant. He like, dang. I don't know. Whew, that's crazy. Dang. You sure though? Yep, we pregnant. Well, because sometimes they don't be right. Where you get this from, the dollar store? Whew, I miss my period. I'm nauseated. I'm sick, and my boobs hurt. I'm pregnant. Whew, man, that's a lot. That's crazy. I don't know what to say. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. We got a lot going on. You gonna be able to handle it? Well, what other options we got? I mean, what you mean? Am I gonna be able to handle it? What you trying to say? I mean, like what you? And all I heard was beep. And some more talking, but they didn't tell us what he was saying. And then he tells us he don't want no kids. What? How you don't want kids, but you're not using protection, sir? And don't. What do you mean you didn't want kids? Well, you need to wear protection. Did she lie? Say she was on the pill, Julius? So he was like, we just been serious. Like we just got serious like yesterday. Only been out a month. So she gets up from the table, honey. She goes to her bedroom and she is sobbing. Okay, she is. Producers should have put on the screen how long it took for Julius to get up and go in there and see about her. So but before he got up, well, he did get up. He went into the bedroom. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He was like, "I was just surprised at first. I was caught off guard, but I'm happy. I wouldn't want to have no baby with nobody else but you. We good, honey. You know what Julius gonna say to you? We good. If he don't say nothing else, we good." Alexis tells us, honey, she grew up with her mom only. She didn't meet her dad till she was 13. And so she told us that they talked about having a boy, and that's what Julius wanted. And y'all know she had a girl. She said he needs to get his license so he can get a delivery job. He was like, I don't want to work. Alexis, he keep telling you the delivery thing ain't for him. Why do you keep wanting him to do delivery? He don't want to do it. He don't want to work. He told you to go pick up some more hours. I like your nerves, Julius. No, you did not tell this girl who already has two jobs and is in school, and now she's pregnant. You are telling her you will not work, but she needs to work overtime? Or does she need to go get a third job? I know you lying. Girl, Alexis. Girl. Whew. He was like, well, this is what he always say. It ain't nothing. I could go outside right now and I could go get me some real money. You want some money? I'll go get some real money. No, we want fake monopoly money, Julius. What is real money? What's fake money? What do you mean? Lots of it? And can you please tell us how you're gonna go get this money? Exactly what are you gonna do? Was he saying something about bet he do bets or something like that? Julius, you need a job. It ain't gotta be a delivery job, but you need a job. He was like, I just got out of jail. And she like, well, I can't pay my bills and support another human. He was like, you don't support me now. Well, so when you was in jail, I wasn't supporting you. I mean, what do you give me now? A roof over your head? Ah, and a car to drive? You know, the car you tow up? I got to put that in the shop because you got the timing belt dragging all over the ground. I don't have to live here. I could go live anywhere I want to live. I am Julius. I sleep here and I F you. I said, I didn't know he lying. Oh my, he told us he was the prize. He told us he was the prize. She was like, I did more for you when you was in jail than any other of them BITCHs. I bought you food boxes, clothes boxes. He was like, well, I got my own money. I mean, I ain't saying you ain't did nothing for me. You know, she like, exactly. But I mean, I had my own money. I did this and I did that. You know what I'm saying? But you did. They going back and forth and back again, child. And so Julius tells her, yeah, and for that you was doing all this and doing all that more than any other broad, that's why you in my presence now. I said, that's why she's in your presence now. Oh, he is so arrogant. And he's like, and at the end of the day, you don't support me. And I still stick around you. Wow. Alexa said, get out. And so she talking about, she crying again. She's like, I can't even pay for school right now. I got 2 jobs. I'm in school and I'm pregnant. And I can't even pay for school because I've been taking care of him. Well, whose fault was that? I done told you, girl, you cannot afford to date a prisoner. It costs money. So he leave. He get his little bag. He out. He don't have no problem calling the Uber. And who is paying for these Uber rides is what I want to know. So of course, the child got her bonnet on. She chasing him outside. Now, Alexis, I done told you, when you come outside, look like something. You come outside. This man has aged this girl. He done put 30 years on Alexis. She come out in his bonnet. He said he not coming back. He tired of her because she's toxic. And he kind of has a point. He said, Alexis want their kid to have what they didn't have growing up. And so production asked him, are you ready to be a father? Here he go. Uh, I'ma deal with it. I'm young. I gotta focus on me. I got a lot to focus on. I got my rap career. You know what I'm saying? We good. It'll be whatever though. And so he feels like arguing is Alexis's love language. Like that's what she like to do, and he want to leave and do him. And so she says that she needs to love herself more. He leaves, and honey, that girl watched. She tried to turn her back, but honey, she watched him drive off. She checked out the car. Oh, she was taking notes, honey. And so she was like, I just need to love myself more. I'm just too nice and I'm too forgiving. And she's just in a rut. But we do find out that she had a baby girl. She named her Juliana. I was like, oh, how cute. So they'll be back on Life After Lockup. What else? Um, Joey had not spoken to Michael, so that's good. We find out that Bradley and Savannah, they have not spoken. They are both single. Okay, whatever. Kiana is rekindling her relationship with Demadric and Jaquela. Will and Courtney, they said Courtney went back to prison 6 weeks later. Alexis and Julius got back together and had a little girl. Michael is in jail. Joey's moved on. Brooke and JK, they just sat there and child, she was fussing at him and had some pregnancy test in front of her, and child. And then we learned that Brian is off house arrest. That's what it is, y'all. Couldn't get it together. He's off house arrest. And that was the end of the episode, end of season 6. But I bet you Life After Lockup. I bet you it'll still be season 6. I'm assuming. You know how they do. But that was that, besties. I'll be back with another recap. Bye, bestie.